last weekend was the original start date for the ACAC to return following the Christmas break. However, due to COVID-19 worries, most of those games have been pushed now to this weekend. Joining me now to discuss the return to play is Lakeland College Athletic Director Al Rogan. Al, thank you for taking this time. Just starting things off now, the ACAC has said some institutions may put measures into place regarding spectators in the building. Now, is Lakeland College planning on putting in any measures or anything along those lines?
Currently, right now, the ACAC executive is, they had a meeting yesterday and they had a conversation. So we're going to hear probably later today on what the ACAC directive is. I'm not 100% where they're going to go, but there could be a good chance they might say for the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're just not going to have spectators until the trend starts going down as far as transmission goes. We definitely love to have spectators in our facility. It just adds that environment. But our number one priority is making sure that our student athletes are safe and that we're hopefully going to be able to get through the entire second semester here of competition. That's our priority. Even though, like I said, our spectators are important to who we are and what we do. But we do webcast games, so there is an alternate option, I guess, if they want to watch our teams play. It just may not be in person.
Al, the ACAC also said, regardless of where we are with the pandemic, the Make Some Noise for Mental Health initiative will happen. That'll take place from January 17th until February 13th. Now, what's the plan for Lakeland College over this month?
Yeah, so every institution is probably doing things a little bit different. There's not sort of a cookie cutter way that we're going to be presenting the program as a conference goes. Right now, especially with COVID and having a really cold Christmas time, there's a lot of anxiety amongst a lot of students, a lot of programs. So, each institution is sort of putting together their own spin on what their Make Some Noise night's going to be. Ours is planned for the end of January. Hopefully, we can have spectators in our facility at that time and be able to put it on. But it's the biggest piece about it is just raising awareness around mental health and how it impacts everybody. And, it's nothing to be ashamed of if you're struggling emotionally, because there's probably the person on your left, the person on your right is as well. So it's really important, I think, that we raise awareness, and we haven't quite got it all figured out here at Lakeland what we're going to do. Because ours is going to be a little bit different than other institutions in the ACAC, but we definitely have a plan in place. We are looking at doing our night at the end of January. I just can't remember the day off the top of my head here. So.
And finally, Al, to jump into a little more of the sports side of things, there's plenty of action in the new year here for Lakeland College. Each of the volleyball teams and the basketball teams will all play 5 home games as well. Men's and women's futsal will get going here later on in February. And then finally, all of the winter tournament sports are also going to begin. I'll just touch on some of the action that'll happen in 2022.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're correct when you say we've got a pile of home games this second semester, so that'll be great, especially if we can get spectators in our facility. Our student athletes are they're really excited about competing the second semester and just, with their volleyball and basketball teams, continuing on with some of the successes they had in the first semester. Our curling team is starting up here this weekend. They head off into Edmonton to compete in their first regional tournament. Futsal teams, they started training. I think they might have some exhibition competitions coming up here this weekend or next weekend. We actually are going to be hosting the ACAC Futsal Championships in March. So we were awarded that in December. So we're excited to host a championship here again. It's one of those things that we believe we do well here. So, we're excited. Like all of our teams this year have a great chance of making the playoffs, and we're going to be hosting some championship games if our teams continue on the trend they were before Christmas. So a lot of excitement. Our student athletes and our coaches are raring to go. They just want to get back on the court and compete again. And I'm excited for all of our programs here. I think it'll be a great second semester, and we just need to make sure we do things right, and so that we can continue on through the entire semester. It's short, it's quick, but it's going to be exciting.
Al, thank you so much for taking this time and joining me. As he previously mentioned, the curling teams will get at it this weekend as well. Women's basketball will play the King's University here in Lloydminster on Saturday.